You're listening to Brian Sussman on Hot Talk 560 KSFO.
Oh, the Friday Idiot Reel. It's always a treat, my friends. The politicians, the celebrities, the elites, the whack jobs who say things that would make a rational person bury themselves in a bottle of rum. Har, har. First, you'll hear from Obama, who claims that democracy, Officer Vic, is a messy thing.
Yes.
Then union thug boss Richard Trumka. Seems to me he's talking about how his group rigged certain elections. Actress Tina Fey giving thanks to Sarah Palin. Rhino Fox contributor Mort Kondrake ripping Michelle Bachmann. An Indian student in India asking President Obama a question that the mainstream media would never ask. Reporter Aaron Burnett on MSNBC LSD touting good employment numbers. Ladies and gentlemen, often imitated, never duplicated. The Friday Idiot Reel.
This is a big country, and democracy is an inherently messy business, and Congress is an institution that has a whole lot of traditions, some of them that aren't all that healthy. And there are a lot of special interests who've got a lot of power. It's a hard, long slog.
200,000 of you volunteered in Labor 2010. You passed out 19.4 million flyers at your work sites, and you talked to your coworkers. You made millions of phone calls, and you knocked on 8.5 million doors.
We were taking these steps not because of some theory that we wanted to expand government. It was because we had an emergency situation, and we wanted to make sure the economy didn't go off a cliff. The Republicans were able to paint my governing philosophy as a classic, traditional, big government liberal, and that's not something that the American people want.
No one, cares if you smoke a joint or not.
One of the things I think you understand as president is you're held responsible for everything, but you don't always have control of everything, right? And especially in an economy this big, they're limited tools.
I would be a liar and an idiot if I didn't thank Sarah Palin for helping get me here tonight. My partial resemblance and her crazy voice are the two luckiest things that have ever happened to me.
I know you're disappointed by many of the election results. I am too. But let's look at the facts. The work that we did held the Senate and made the difference in many House races. We were the firewall in places like Nevada and West Virginia and California. President Obama called me this morning to thank us for everything that we did, for everything that you did.
There's no difference on policy that I can tell between Hensarling and Bachmann at all. Bachmann is just a loudmouth. I mean, every once in a while she gets caught in some outrageous comment, none of which I can remember at the moment. But
I've made it clear that America is not and never will be at war with Islam.
Islam is one of the world's great religions. I think all of us recognize that this great religion, in the hands of a few extremists, has been distorted to justify violence.
Why is Pakistan so important and ally to America so far as America has never called it a terrorist state?
Pakistan is an enormous country. It is a strategically important country, not just for the United States, but for the world. It is a country whose people have enormous potential.
I tell you that the California voters in this last election have done an extraordinary job on all of those propositions. And so I really think the world of how sophisticated the California voters are, how well they voted, if it is a redistricting reform. Yeah. I mean, redistricting was unbelievable.
If we are concerned about debt and deficits, then we're going to have to take actions that are difficult, and we're going to have to tell the truth to the American people.
I have some good news, Joe.
Yes.
For all the men out there who are looking for jobs, women too, but as we know, it's been a man session. So let's get straight to this. A fantastic jobs number relative to what we've seen for October. All right, 151,000 jobs added. The unemployment rate stays the same. We're not yet seeing improvement there yet, 9.6%.
The dangers of a second big recession are now much reduced. The danger of us tipping into a Great Depression, I think most economists would say, isn't out there on the horizon.
Boy, I sure feel better. That's great. I'm glad to know that our commander-in-chief is telling us, hey, don't worry, it's over. It's over. It's not out there. No, it's not out there. It's not out there.